Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. You're back on the Transport Fever to Mainline, and you're going, where are we? And I say, ha 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 ha. And I go, we're at Silent Hill. And you're going, where, what now? You got Silent Hill. I rebuilt Silent Hill. So I rebuilt it. It's rebuilt now. Yeah, and I plumbed in a whole bunch of rail lines to go and pick stuff up rather than use the roads. And at this point you're going, did I miss an episode? And I went, no, this was kind of off-piste. This is not part of the core narrative of this part of the series, and I just did it in the evening at one point because I felt like doing it in the evening at one point, and I should have just recorded it. But there you go, it's lovely. Took me ages to get it to work, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, yeah. It's not today's episode, obviously. Now, before we get back on with the bit of narrative that you're expecting, which is continuing the aerial flyover bit thing, a quick word on an experiment that I conducted vis-a-vis the Mainline, and the experiment in question was to force stations to only accept freight that they use locally, whether that's delivering to the town or whether it's delivering to an industry, that kind of thing. And I did that for 3-4 stations that were right next to each other, and let me tell you, it broke the main line completely. The main line ceased to be in any way functional at all. Utterly maddening. Because in theory, should have worked like a dream. Should have, didn't. No, it should have meant that that stations weren't just holding on to all manner of stuff they didn't need. No, it should have worked perfectly. That's a nice view, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a nice view. Yeah, good. Right, let's get on with it. Yeah, there you go. So it's a train just doing things with bricks and stone and all of that kind of gubbins, and I need to smooth that out. Very tempting. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah, just because I'm here, just purely because I don't use the mess around brush type. Just go straight for this one. There you go. That's the ticket. Just knock those rough edges off. What was going on here? I think I had a plan to do something there, and I changed my angle of attack because it didn't work. Okay, well, delete the evidence. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can't habeas that corpus. I'll tell you that for nothing. Right, okay, let's crack on. I hadn't got the intent. I just intended to do a little bit of poking around just to tidy up a bit of flow action. And it ended up rebuilding the entire station, and it's really quite splendid. Yeah, we've got the upper station. It was split up like this before. It was just very ugly, and now it's not. It's pretty. So there you are. Yeah, you're just gonna have to wait for a tracks and beats before you see it in action. That's all. Yeah. No, I've built this sort of almost Mesa-esque plinth type deal thing that I'm not overly satisfied with yet. I need to do some more work on it. Whatever. Here we are. We're out here, and when I left you, there were a multitude of discussions going on with regard to what I should use the second 2 tracks for. The upshot was no one had an upshot. No, because we're looking at onward journeys from here. Right now, we're coming out of Gallifrey. At the moment, it goes Gallifrey to Grazer-Ridge. Gallifrey's up that way quite a bit, and where we're going to end up, and where we're going today, is we're going to swing via Port Migo and then go down to New York. Right, very straightforward. And then it's going to be a 4-stop, point-to-point kind of effort, kind of deal. And everybody will be celebrating as a result of that, probably. I don't know how we're going to get to New York. It might be we end up in the town itself. It might be we end up over the other side and we run some kind of commuter route. I genuinely don't know. And at the moment, I genuinely don't care. We're just going to do it and figure that out as we go. So, as far as the other 2 lines were concerned, sorry, I was somewhat lost in the train of thought of how I'm going to do New York. But yeah. The other train of thought was, you then continue the other line, swerve over at Bongolia and get onto the line over here. Or continue a cut, maybe, and go Bongolia to flipping Hill Valley to flipping Allarakeen. Now, I think that one's just madness. I don't think we'll do that, but I might do it, but not now. So, onwards. There we go, right. Yeah. You're up to speed? Yeah, I thought you might be. Speaking of up to speeds, let's grab 300 kilometre per hour track. Let's get it without electrification for the moment. We may electrify this later on, but at the moment we don't need to look at that. It almost worked first time. It might even work first time. I think it's going to work first time. That's a nice looking bridge. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a bit bending downwards. It's going to have to bend downwards if we're going to reach landfall, given that we're gradually sinking downwards towards the river. I think if we were to aim for this copse of trees over here, because that's not quite as low, we might be able to get a slightly better angle of attack. Yeah, we're just going for it. I want to run a train on this today and see what it looks like. And when I say train, I mean, like, you know, trains, plural. What's your problem? What are you colliding with? Well, if it's that building, you'd just delete the building, surely. I reckon it's that building. Yeah, it's that building. All right. Well, just delete the building. There you go. Ta-da! Fixed. Yeah. Just, don't come at me with problems. Come at me with solutions, even if those solutions are a couple of $100,000 to fix, or even several million. You happy now? No, you've got a bridge pillar collage. What are you colliding with now? This building. Well, burn it then. I mean, honestly, it's not flipping complicated. I've already shown you how to do it. I've given you the keys to the bulldozer. Yeah, not so much colliding now, are you? No, now you're with the program. Right, onwards. Now, obviously, we do want some pillars along the way. We don't want this thing to look like it's freestanding. And at some point, I'll grab a couple of assets out of the workshop. Let's not go too steeply downhill. I want to get over the top of that road. That's not working for me. I want to get over the top of that. That's odd. Yeah, maybe if we pump this up a little bit. That's very odd. Yeah, that is very odd. You're going to take a double-decker's roof off going through there, and frankly, that should not work. No, I mean, I think there's a very solid argument to be made for, yeah, well, that's because it doesn't. But let's go as far as here, and then pick up the action. Maybe you just come down too far. All right, well, let's back it up a bit then. Oh, yeah, of course, because it didn't take you too long to get that first pillar in. Yeah. It's not a bridge episode. Don't be silly. This is a viaduct. It's not a bridge. Right. Just grab the thing, flipping mods, and I took out a bit of road. And they're erratic, flaming hitboxes for bulldozing. If you're making a mod, make the hitbox for bulldozing really good. Okay, that's all I ask. Don't muck about with. Oh no, you've got to click on that tiny piece of railing in order to get it to work. Gonna go, do I really? Is that absolutely essential? No, straight. Where's it gone now? It's decided against it. Okay, try again. Flipping. This should be easier. It's you that's causing the problem. Don't blame the game. I'm not blaming the game. Don't blame the mod. I'm not blaming the mod. It's definitely on me. Right, there we go. We'll go to there. Bring the other one around. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to go over some road, I want the road to look passable. I don't want the road to... Oh, what now? Trying to put a pillar over a bit of road, Gov. No, it doesn't work like that. Hey, see, look, this one's having no problems at all. Like, if we continue down, just go as far as we can, and then we'll worry about number 2. All right. And this is an elevated line after all, so you can stay airborne for as long as you please. I don't think that's true. I think now we need to start. See, now that the ground is presenting itself to us, going hello, we should go up and give it a formal handshake. Right. Do you know where you're putting the station at Port Migo? Is it going to be an elevated job? Well, I think the way that we're going at the moment, it looks like it possibly has to be. All right, maybe don't do that bit yet. Let's go and slap a station in. Oh, look, you've got this big open area here that is lending itself towards station-based activity. Yes. And you've got the port just there, which means if the mood were to strike you, you could quite easily put a passengers kind of system in there. Yeah. Wow, Migo's really a nothing, isn't it? Yeah, it is, which is why you've got to be careful to not destroy all its valuable industries. Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm going to go straight through the middle like that. Really? Yeah, something like this. All right, still bricks. All right, take this bit out as well. All right, and then take that bit out. Yeah, confirm. And then this bit. There we go. See, and we've got smidgens of the existing industry types. You can get out of the way. That are still just sat there merrily going about their day. Shouldn't be a problem. Right. I would quite like to do a ground level station, but I think we probably will have to do elevated. This is an adjustable elevated station with island platforms. Okay. This is an adjustable elevated station with side platforms. And this is a roughly made elevated station with island platforms. And this one? This is a roughly made elevated station with side platforms, I see. And that's a railway zigzag. Love it. Love the railway zigzag. I haven't found the purpose for it yet. I've used it in a previous series and to great effect. And I'm keen on doing the same. But not just yet. Right, catenary, no. Yeah, bridge type. Oh, vaguely industrial. Yeah, I think you've gone for one that doesn't have pillars there. Yeah, it's all balancing off the top of the station building, which is perilous, but exciting. Oh, hold on, jolly green. Hold on, let's have a look. Whoop, yeah, get that camera under control. Well, that's not really... No, there we go. No, that is really. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so if we lozenge up to this bit here... Yes. Obviously, I'm going to have to do quite a bit of work to get this to integrate with the town correctly. Platform length's 160. Let's crank that up to 240. Purely because we might need 240 later on. I don't have any clairvoyance with that degree. But I think my overall aspiration is going to be to run an ICE down here or some such later on. Good. There we go. After a lot of chat, we've made that work, and now it's just a question of blatting a bit of track to connect up with that in a compelling fashion. And I don't mind if it goes airborne all the way. Just get over the... There you go. I do somewhat object to this wiggle that I've implemented. As much as I would like it to be a coastal line. Yeah, I think we're going to back up a bit and try and make for a cleaner approach. Speaking of cleaner approaches, what do you got to say for yourself? This is my bulldozer. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yes. Okay. Let's go again, shall we? Okay. Right. Get to the very first stage, and then we will go in one deft move. Right. So what you're saying is that the last 10 minutes of this video have largely been for naught. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But you see, I mean, without wanting to give away the special source of this video channel, that's what I do. Is I'll build a bunch of stuff and go, oh no, that was clearly not it. Delete it all, and then go, and that's the end of today's episode. And people will go, oh my gosh, that was such a rewarding use of my time to have sat through all of that. Where fundamentally he's further behind than he was when he started. There you go. That's nice. You know, that's actually nice. Yeah, it's not so high that it causes me pain. It's at treetop, which means it's got some scenic. We've got a cheeky bit of land interface going on there. I don't know if that's allowed under nature, but it's happening. Great. Have you connected to the right side of the platform? By which I mean the right side of the platform, which, as we look at this side, it's going to be the left side of the platform. As long as you've done that correctly, everything is going to be cool. Everything's cool. All right, nice. Do you think the other side of the track's going to connect as easily? Oh, yeah, well, after our initial experience with it, why wouldn't it? Oh, I can think of almost 2 reasons. Firstly, there's reason number 1. Now, what? Show me. Can't be that bit. That looks fine. That bit looks fine. This bit looks fine. That bit, however, does not. All right, we'll just back it up to the last bit where it looks fine, and then see if we can't just sneak it on over there. I don't believe the game, goes like, "Oh, you have caught me off guard, senor, and I am surprised, and I shall let you do this." Where's he from? Oh, genuinely no idea. Don't collide. Look, keep going till you don't collide. Because the further you go, the more it wiggles the pillars around. Not this time. No, it's just wiggling the pillar onto this bit of road. Well, you know how to deal with that. Well, yeah, of course I do. You bulldoze the road. Yeah. Because the road can go wherever I deem it necessary to put it. I don't necessarily need it there. We'll take it all the way back to the junction and I'll fix it in a mo. Yeah, that's it. They can just take one for the team there. When by the team I mean the railway track. Now, obviously, I've chosen track with a limit of 300 kilometers an hour, and those of you with eyes will have noticed that this this flyover that I'm building has only got a track limit of 225 kilometers an hour, thereby rendering this somewhat less high speed than potentially originally advertised. I don't care. No, put a road in now or you'll forget. All right. Hasn't broken anything. Yeah, I know, this was just, it's a literal kind of highway, interstate sort of deal to link up various different towns with one another. And I'm doing it because I'm generous and magnanimous and stuff. Yeah. Can we squeak under there, please? Yes, fam, you can. Thank you. And then we're going over to there. Yeah, I can make that work. But I don't doubt that. It's about whether you make it work in a way that looks sensible. That sensible enough for you? Well, more or less. I don't like that much. No, I don't like that much. Alright, take up this bit. Take up that bit. It's because I was using the straight track, see, rather the straight road rather than the bendy. You put the bendy in and it just kind of goes, oh yeah, that's far more civilised. Oh well, yeah, I had a feeling it would be. Right, onwards. So that's Port Miggins. Yes. It needs hooking up to stuff. Now then, where are we going? Into New York. Oh, I know exactly where we're going into New York. We're going to hook onto here. Piece of cake. It's all set. I planned for this when I built it in the first place, which is as much a surprise to me as it may be to you. Right, now, if we do that, but skyward, yes, and then change your mind, go backwards so you can put in a set of points. No, it will be fine. It will be fine. Any idea what sort of road we were using? No. All right, then, maybe don't do that. And when I say road, you mean track. Yeah, I know. You don't mean track. No, I mean bridge. Yeah, I know. Right, okay, that go on the flats. Is that enough room? Yeah, that's enough room. Okay, and then we will set ourselves a piece of hot point action there, because obviously there's going to be enough trains on here to warrant. I think, given the distances concerned, 4 trains on here will probably be suitable. Right, crow flies. Oh, you know it. Go the other way, and that way you'll inherit the bridge type. Smooth. Thank you. Here we go. Right. Onwards. You know your station track type's wrong. It is, but I don't care. Or I do care, but I'll worry about that if and when I get to a revisions moment on this stuff. You're taking this a long way. Yeah, but it's worked though, hasn't it? And one building will be removed. The bridge is still a tasteful height. Quite like it. After studiously avoiding, purposely avoiding, generally avoiding any kind of viaduct type behaviour of a bridged nature, this one I like. And why do I like it? Glad you asked. It's largely because it looks like it's supposed to do that. It doesn't need to be at ground level. It's not so high up that it makes you go, oh no, there's nothing like that in nature. And obviously, if this were being built by real people, that's obviously it's occasionally my litmus test for should we or shouldn't we do something. Is going to be along the lines of, would it be built that way for reals? Where budgets are not infinite, and there's a bunch of dogs outside going berserk. I apologise if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, I'm just finding it moderately off-putting. But that's okay. I'm always battling against something I find moderately off-putting, even if it's just myself. Right, there we go. Yeah, would real engineers build it this way? Right? That's the question I tend to ask. And in this case, no, they wouldn't. They would have brought it down to ground level because bridges are significantly more expensive than just a bit of groundwork. Or are they? Yes, they are. How do you know? You're not an engineer. Well, I know I'm not an engineer, but it just strikes me as resting something on the ground. You've still got to put foundations in. I wonder. Okay, now there's an appeal to the engineers out there. Is it cheaper to do a flyover than it is to put it on the ground? Because I could understand it, actually, that it wasn't. Because instead of just using foundations, you've got to use all this metalwork. That's going to be expensive. Yes. and reinforced pillars every, let's call it, 25 metres or so. They're not going to be cheap as chips. Nope. And they're obviously going to need foundations. Deep ones. Yeah. But, yeah, you're only having to deal with the ground every 25 metres or so. Yeah, whereas, just dumping a bunch of aggregate on the ground, compacting it suitably, doing a bit of survey to make sure that there's not the likelihood of sinkholes and that kind of behaviour. Yeah, all right, okay. No, that's all right, forget it. Yeah, you can forget, unless you've got something valuable and interesting to contribute to the conversation, forget I asked. Besides which, I know engineers, they're going to go, wow, it depends. And you go, oh, brilliant, does it? Yeah, it just genuinely depends. You've electrified this bit. Was I going to put an electric train on here? Well, given that you've electrified this bit, it rather suggests that you were tempted to do so. Knickers. You'll be all right. Is the station electrified? No. Well, it's not that big a hassle to electrify the station. Let's put the track in. Okay, we'll start this out at New York. It's a whole new passenger line. How jolly exciting. That has never had passengers play friendly in the past. And then you go to Migo. Yes. Then we're swinging up here to Grazer Ridge. Is flipping thrilled to bits. It's like, finally this has become a town that is noteworthy in some small fashion. Very small fashion. And then Gallifrey, which is absolutely miles away. Yeah. One wonders if it may actually be quicker to take the mainline train service from Gallifrey up to Picks Creek and then just haul it down on the mainline. You get to see the heady sights and sounds of Silent Hill along the way. It's not as coastal though, which means it's not as attractive. Yeah, but that means it's going to be free from tourism. And that's what we all want in the grand scheme of things, is like, I don't care what we do, as long as there's no tourists. See, Grazer Ridge High Speed. I even named the station in accordance with its intention. Whether or not that pays off, we'll see. But there you go, back to Migo. Okay, so what are we calling this? I think we can call it GHS1. Yeah. Which is short for Gallifrey High Speed 1. Yeah. Does that mean there's going to be a Gallifrey High Speed 2? Well, we've got that second side of the track. I just don't know what it's flipping for. If we were to swerve over to Bongolia... Yes, show me. Here's Bongolia. It's got a passenger station. Yeah, but it's the very next station after people change at New York. New York, York, obviously. But what you could do is you could come down, right? And then from Migo, you're running quad track down to Migo. That doesn't make any sense. True. But then you hang a U here, go through Bongolia, and then zip up this way. There's nothing up here. There's Zion. There's Zion. Congratulations. You go Zion up to City 17 and to Los Santos. No. Okay, well, I'm glad we had this conversation, but you considered it, and that's important to me as well. Right, I'm going to get some trains in motion, and then we'll do a bit of rework at, whatchamacallit. Yeah, that's the one. Port Migo, while we wait for the trains to kind of bed in, and then we'll ride one. Which way do you want to go? I will ride it back. Okay. Anyway, we want 4 of these. Are you sure this depot is going to do the job? Yeah, you can get to Gallifrey from here. You can't. Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter. You can go around the Peninsula Loop. And that'll work out fine. I love the Peninsula Loop. Big fan. Right, now, as far as diesels are concerned, you've got the Alco. Multi-unit diesel. But the flipping Zephyr. 177 kilometres an hour. This might not actually be the worst idea ever. Yeah. Except for, I know every time we've used the Zephyr in the past, it's always hemorrhaged money like no tomorrow. The electrics I don't exactly know what's going on here. You've got a CIWL Vienna Express, but it tops out 100 kilometers an hour. Well, it can get knotted then. And then as we look at steam, these are steam multiple units. I didn't think there was such a thing. Just ignore it and move on. Steam-wise, the higher the A4. You've got to stick an A4 on here. 145. It's not as fast. It's not as fast. Yeah. I think if the Zephyr were going to work anywhere, I know it's a vanilla train, and therefore we've seen it 1,000 times, but so's the A4. So, yeah, riddle me that. All right, no, okay, we'll try it. We'll go for a double head Zephyr, or single, with twice as many. They only carry 52. Therein lies my point. All right, let's go for 6 of these. You're insane. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are genuinely... This is so much not going to work. Look, his power rating is mediocre. Right? Even before you add any extra wagons on there. Yeah. Whoever thought this was a good idea? I don't know, but it's in the game. A lot of things are in the game. The Gallifrey high-speed malarkey. There we go. Let's watch one depart. I know you've seen them before because it's vanilla, but it doesn't really matter. It's still a good-looking beast. And so very shiny. Yeah. Now, what's going to be interesting is whether we get much passenger interchange at Grazer Ridge. Yeah, look at how shiny it is. It's very shiny. And it does also appear to be reflecting the sky properly. It is jolly shiny. Alright, okay, fine. It's not the highest of high-speed things, but I think it's one of the fastest things I've got available at the moment, so that's jolly good. Right, we're going to leave those to settle in. And you never know your luck. One of them might come rocketing past while I'm trying to make Migo do something useful. Alright, what is it not doing at the moment that you would want it to do? Firstly, what do you talk to? Well, you do talk to the docks. Yeah. You also talk to some of these buildings over here. Yeah, but I think you could talk to them in a more compelling fashion. Maybe using a comedy accent. Alright, let's cue up a comedy accent then. Yeah, I've only got the one I've got. Well, that's not true. You've got a variety of very poor European accents that you turn on from time to time. This is true. Usually without my intention to do so. Yeah, I know. If there were intention behind it, you'd have absolutely no defence for them being as atrocious as they genuinely are. Yes. Right, okay, slap that in there. That's probably given it a little bit more connectivity. Has it? Click the thing. I've clicked the thing. Yeah, I think maybe you've reached that house as well, which previously you weren't reaching. So well done on that front. That's truly transformational, that bit of road. Right. Slap this round on here. Do we really need a depot? Yes, we do. Also, this would be quite a nice place to build up and turn into some kind of a resort. Look, it's a lovely... Look at the lovely cove kind of business we've got going on here. Now, obviously, I've just plopped this port in without any real due care and attention, and you've got what you've got. But I think with a little bit of extra effort, this could be made quite something. Or maybe that's my next... do it off camera and everybody complains that you should have done it on camera. Thanks, AI. I was just thinking about that kind of behaviour. You've also extended my reach, which I approve of wholeheartedly. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not awful. Bus stops. And to you, my friend. That's the greeting we give one another when we see each other in the street. Bus stops, says I. Ah, says me too. Stop trying to sound like a pirate. Okay. Let's slap. Do you want to do trams? I haven't done trams for a while. Yeah, so, do you want to do trams? Yeah. Do you want to fix this road? And this road? Yeah. And this road... Yeah, all right. Okay, so there's several roads that could also do with being addressed. Let's address them. Dear road, I am very disappointed with the way you are conducting yourself, and I have taken it upon myself to sort that out. Hugs and kisses, Uncle Colonel Failure. Right. Do you want to continue wiggling like this? I really don't. Right. Yeah. It's going to bellyache at me because I'm shoving it back up there. And I'm also going to try and make it a little bit more efficient by wiggling out of this corner in this kind of fashion and around there onto the end like that. Yeah, this junction's a little bit... I have driven around real junctions that are significantly more than that one, so I'm comfortable to an extent. What's going on with this? Well, firstly, it's got a meander, like it's got erosion that has been conducted by the vehicles over many years. Yeah, well, we'll soon put paid to that. There you go, ground from here, go to there. Oh, bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, I'm like the modern day Romans. Yeah, with slightly fewer vomitoria and a bulldozer and a smoothing gun. Excuse me. Yeah, just pretty that one up some. Yes, that's a ticket. That's good. Do you know what else that needs? It does need the tree gun, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And you go, what on earth are you talking about? I go, tree gun. Tree. It's a gun. It fires trees. It's a tree gun. You go over here. You go to this one. You go, aha, the trees. The trees, nothing but trees. We'll go with the European linden. We've got a moderate brush size, and then to make this road look better, you just go high detailing, and we're in business. And it instantly looks better because of shadows and trees. Now, if I were to spend longer than it took me to go, then I could make it look better still, but I don't think I need to, in all honesty. I think I've pretty much nailed it. Of course, I don't actually need all of that stuff. I'm going to move some of it now, because I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to stick grab about there. Oh, you've made an ugly junction even more spurious. Yeah, no, I want you to bend the other way a little bit. There you go, that'll do. Yeah, just in case there's any through traffic, you know, because there might be. You don't know that, but there might be. And then we'll smooth this out like this. A bit more smoothing over there. Now I could conceal how slightly weird that junction is with a little bit more application of the high detailing gun, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to let it sit there as a testimony to human will. Who's human will? It's just a bloke who makes bad junctions at roads. Actually, I quite like it. It's not a bad junction at all. I think it looks really good. I think it's going to be a traffic black spot. I think you're going to have horrendous numbers of accidents there every year. You know, there's no road markings to say you have to stop. There's no lights to say give way to anyone. It's basically, you know, it's the Thunderdome. Right, 2 trucks enter, no trucks leave because they've collided with each other. That's the kind of thing that's going to lead to. Should be a roundabout. I don't care what it should be, this is what it is. Yeah, take your life in your hands and floor it. Basically. Yeah. Be more Hindu. Good. Right. So beyond that, I think we're more or less. So you wanted to do this ugly flipping ore mine as well. And when you're starting to look at a stage 2 bit of yeah, I know I'm breaking. A stage 2 bit of road like this, where you're connecting one thing through another thing to get to a third thing, the one word that should go through your head is train. Yeah, I really should be using a train at this point, but I'm not going to. No, I'm gonna make a sister act to the junction O Doom there, and make another junction O Doom here. Hey, ooh, this one's spread eagle in a slightly different fashion. Right, and get up to about there. How's that look so far? Average, okay, and then wiggle it around. Now, do we think this is going to be quicker to get to its destination? Maybe, maybe not. But it will do the job, and the roads are largely straight. You know, we're right on the cusp of what would be considered mandatory train-based connections. Are you doing anything? There you go. Maybe I have to get a bit closer. But we're not. No, this is all about. You've just destroyed a tree there out of your masterpiece of Alan Titchmarsh type flipping gardening. Yeah, all right. Hang on. Let's Charlie Dimmock this bad boy. There you are. That's the stuff. I thought you weren't going to do that. Well, I've done it now. You know, slap some signposts in there to distract people. Maybe have a traffic officer stood in the middle with a pair of white gloves directing people. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we're there. We're done. We're good. We're golden. Are you doing trams? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, come on. That was the whole point of it. Flipping it. Where's all this traffic coming from? That way. I see. Okay. I'm very pleased it's here. Weird. Give me this. Give me medium street. Give me tram track electrico. Por favor. And then let's magic wand that thing and off we trot. Well, do it then. Thank you. Don't make me fight you. Just do it. When I click the button, you go, yes, sir. How high? I go, well, road level. Yeah, get it under there. I don't know where it's going yet. I'm gonna tram track up quite a lot, and then I will have choices. Whether they're adequate choices or not remains to be seen. But you know, this should yield something. Possibly. You're going to need more, but you're going to need another bit of road there, aren't you? Yeah. Where would you connect to? Either that one or this one. Yeah. Otherwise, that doesn't go anywhere. Unless you put a tram depot up there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be the end of the line, I suppose. Well, I'll think about it. I'll weigh it up seriously with proper consideration. And many moments of concern with regard to the welfare of the people who live here. Many moments. Maybe even 3. That one. This one. No, I still don't know where this is going, but I'm having a lovely time updating all of this stuff with electric poles over the top of it. And frankly, it's that cheap that might as well just, you know, carpet the entire town with it and let the chips fall where they fall. Go on, get on with it. Oh, we're going to remove a build. Yeah, I mean, when do you think that's ever stopped me? Are we there? Yeah, no. Do this bit as well, and that bit, and this bit. Okay. Where are you going to stick the turny around bit? Out here near Thunderdome is not a bad place to do it. Out here, where I haven't decided what the road could also... Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, so it abdicates me of having to make any kind of decision. And that's, you know, sometimes... I spend a long time making decisions, you know, and once in a while I like to just not make a decision and just, you know, stick something in and just hope it works. Right, so if you came from there, you'd want to stop here-ish to get good coverage. Probably don't need it because you're going to get coverage from the station platform, which is going to be here. Right, so we're going from there. We're snaking up. We'll come around here. We'll go through there, and then we'll probably go back on ourselves because you didn't think that through well enough. Thanks. Stop about here. Yep. Maybe one more about here. I think you're there. And that's the one. I think that's the one too. Okay. Right, so this is going to be Port Miggins commuting. Yeah. And you come around here. And you head up to this one. Where'd I leave it there? The only thing you don't want to see is it pulling some kind of wappy manoeuvre backing up on itself to try and pull this off. And it hasn't. Which means that I'm a road-laying genius. I think you've got an overinflated opinion of yourself in that regard. Because your road-laying genius, it really isn't all that. And then a bit of this. And then we're done. Cool. Right. What do we call port? PTM? Did I go PMPT? I went PRTM. I had so many choices open to me, and that's the way I went. PRTM, yeah. Commuter. Doesn't need a complex name, it needs a name that works. Right, let's stick the tram depot next to the tram stop. I haven't seen the train yet, which is rather suggests to me that the services we're trying to deploy, that they've gone round the peninsular loop, haven't they? I think they probably have. Buy me some vehicles. How many do you need? 3. Do you want the DL 3000 Wit or the PCC 1643 Pittsburgh? Well, I don't know. Which one gets more miles to the turnip? Oh, that'll be the Pittsburgh. Then I'll take the Pittsburgh, please, and I want 3 of them. That's a lot. I want 2 of them. That's more like it. Yeah, keep them full, keep them keen. Not that it really matters. I mean, I'm generally, you know, more than willing to throw money away on a train line. But we better go up and have a look and see where these flipping trains have got to. I really wanted to ride on one, but we can't do that unless one actually turns up at some point. Yeah, keep coming. The line's not broken, otherwise it would be belly aching about now, and it's not. No. Still no sign. I think that much is evident. I think you could edit this bit out, nobody would mind. That's a train. That is a train. It's not a train we're looking for. No, he's picking up something with freight attached to it. Aha! Right, what are you? Wrong train. Ah, bum. Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind, where's the right train? Not here. No, it isn't, is it? No. Now, I realise that trying to force stuff out at Pix Creek, there can be a bit of congestion, as you can see. I love it. Yes, which would mean... No, there's no queuing. They're out there somewhere in the system. No, hold on. This is not this. I reckon this is number 6. Right here. He's waiting to go somewhere. He's waiting for a free path. Okay. Yeah. Little bit of congestion at Pix Creek, and that's exactly what I wanted. Because that's glorious. Absolutely glorious. Now, this guy's waiting because he's on a shared platform job. Which means if we turn our attention this way, there should be someone departing, which there isn't. Why aren't you moving? Where are you going? What's your problem? You're the Pix Creek Mainline rail steel production train. Well, I knew that. Alright, and you're doing a back and forth on Brown. There's nothing in Brown at the moment. Okay, maybe I need a whoa, hey, whoa kind of signal. I've got one. Oh, no, I haven't got one. You needed a whoa, hey, whoa signal. And then he could have come in and taken care of business while we're waiting for this train to gradually ease its way up the hill in a very slow fashion. In fact, if you were to stick one on both sides of here... Actually, we'll stick one on here, but the other side might be a different story. Talk to me? Nope, it's a two-wayer. Alright, do the same thing on the other side, and then you can save yourself a little bit of queuing. Okay. You done it? No. You done it? Yes. Right. Go find the first one of these sparkle captains. How's it even going to get there? Oh, crikey. I know how it's going to get there. Yeah. The Peninsula Loop's not going to help us. Nope. And for some reason, it's all the way over here. Yep. Because that line does not connect to Peninsula. Oh, hell. I know where they're going to have to go. Right, let's zoom right out. Alright, here's the scoop. They're going to come out of the depot here. Alright, we've established that. They're then going to zip down this line, right? They're going to go all the way around here. They're going to go down as far as Peninsula. They're going to go around the loop at Peninsula before heading back again. They're going to come up here and going to go, it's just there. But they're going to go, oh, this is no good to us, just there. So they're going to continue down the main line all the way to the other end. That can't be. Prove me wrong. Alright. Has anybody seen a shiny train? Well, we've got some stopped traffic here. What are you? That's just the MCO Naught. Okay. What are you? That's a mainline train. Okay. And this one, stop it. Okay. Where the heck is it going to go in order to turn around? Because the line it needs comes down through here, wiggles around. Is that one? Yep. Okay, right. Well, whatever it had to do, it's done it. So, great. So, all aboard. Choo-choo! Yeah, that's fine. No, that's working perfectly. That's entirely what we intended. Let's up the tempo to factor 2. Plane! And ride this donkey. Yes. Hey, would you like to ride my donkey? Perhaps not. Perhaps later. You creepy individual. Thank you. Okay, it's all open. I don't know if this is the first train on the line. I don't know if it's the 6th train on the line. All I do know is it's getting towards its destination, and that's good enough for me. There are passengers waiting on both sides. One side has a lot of passengers waiting. If those lot are waiting for me, which I think they might be, then we'll fill the train. Yep. Cool. I think this is train number 1. I think we just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Plane to tram. Well, it's got everything. Yeah. Transport thief, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm delivering onto you here. All the thief. Plane. Yeah. Massive thief. That's what's going on. Go on, give me another plane. This is why I ran it by the airport. You'd have all of the train passengers just glued to the side going, it's like an airshot plane, third plane. It's a very dangerous airport approach, that one, but the pilots appear to be unperturbed. Right, we're doing 90 of the kilometres per hour, and are we on shared track right now? I think we're on shared track right now. I'm pretty sure there's a peel off. Unless I'm mistaken. No, there isn't a peel off. You are on the route now. Oh, train. Very good. And into Mystery Mountain, which is obviously what it's called now. Now remember, our top speed is 177. The viaduct that we use has a speed rating capacity limitation of 225. We're doing 108. That's why these trains make no money. Is because to get them up to their kind of max speed, you got to push them off a cliff. Yes. Yeah. All right, we're up to 114 now. 177. Remember the top speed. Yeah, you've just strapped something gutless to the front of it. I mean, if this train were capable of hitting its top speed, it would be this section of track that would facilitate that happening. 124. Yeah, no, it's really exciting. And I tell you, the views are everything I hoped for. Over this side, you've got a nice bit of river. What's that? That is, whatchamacallit, Utopia Planitia. Right. And then as you look this way, boring, although that's the Silent Hill groundworks that you're seeing. Into the quad section of the track that really matters. Yeah. You know what you could do with the quad section of the track? Well, bulldoze it. Yes, but equally you could bend it off at a 90 plus degree angle over to the left and maybe make a direct line to Rapture. And how would that help anybody? You can get from Gallifrey to Rapture without too much bother. You can get from Grazer Ridge to Rapture without too much bother. I think you're solving problems that don't exist. I like how there's some asset blocks missing there. That's just obviously showing a bit of work in progress. That's all. You reckon it's in progress? Or do you reckon this is another case of a modder who's gone like, there you go, I've done most of it, and I'm now moving on to the next thing because I'm bored of that one. It's harsh. Yeah, but I mean, it takes one to know one. I know how easy it is to get distracted by a fresh idea and not completely follow through on the proceeding one, or any of them. So, it's not criticism, it's more a recognition of it's tough to stay focused on one thing until it's donezo before moving on to something else. Alright, what can we see here? Over there, bit of a mountain. Yeah, that's a factory of some kind. Here we are at Port Migo, and that's some more broken stuff. Yes, it's all good. Is it still immersive? Oh, I'm flipping immersed, like you wouldn't believe. Did anyone actually get off? Didn't see. Let's say, yeah, an appropriate number of people got off the train. You're just making that up. I know I am. Good shot of the river. Yeah, it is a good shot of the river. Although, given how many ships I am running up and down the river, It doesn't look like I'm running very many at all, but there are like 30, 40 ships running up and down this bit of river. But they're all obviously, occupied with other activities at the moment. Yeah. Train. Yes, it is. And I'm going to have to get a screenshot of a train on a bridge to make this this thumbnail pop. Yeah, you're going to do it now? No. We're going to ride all the way to New York and see what, if any, sort of turnaround we're going to get when we get there. In terms of, passenger appetite. Well, based on my experiences at a railway station, the kind of appetite people have is for a poorly manufactured, dried-out baguette filled with quote-unquote cheese. Yeah. All right, in we rock. Now, this is a dedicated platform, so this is going to work out really, really well. How many people waiting? Yes. Crumbs. Yep. It's their first opportunity to go to somewhere that isn't Bongolia. I can see how that might appeal. Alright, all out. Reloading. Have we made a profit? 2 million quid? Yes. We have made a profit. What? Funkalicious. I would say it is funkalicious. Right, let's set up this screenshot and then knock it on the head and then talk about what we're going to do next. Ooh. That's several things at once. Maybe set up this screenshot, number one. Talk about what we're going to do next and then knock it on the head. If you knock it on the head before we talk about what we're going to do next, you won't have talked about what we're going to do next because you'll have knocked it on the head. I see what you think. Yeah, I see where you're going with this. That's the angle. Leave it alone now. Just a hint of mountains in the background, you see. There you go. Perhaps we should talk... Oh, you've broken it. Perhaps... Oh, dear. Now you lost it all. I just didn't like the way the bridge was clipping through. Yeah, I know, but you're going to resize your screenshot anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, I suppose not. Aren't you just rather revealing the magic? Where's the train got to? Doesn't really matter, does it? Just... Oh, come on. Give me just a little bit more. Just a... That'll do. Will it? Probably. We'll have to see how it fits into the frame... Badly, I would say. Look, you've got all of this... Oh, train. Yeah, well done. Yeah, that's the second one. It's going to make some money. There you go. First train's coming up. Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to work. No, I'm not sure this is going to work. I think we'll try it. And then in the run out, maybe I'll look for some more. What are we doing next? Right, next we're going to go to Dark City, because the junction at Dark City is a horror story and needs sorting out. So I'm going to sort it out. It might take multiple episodes to fix, but we're going to try it anyway, and with a bit of luck, it doesn't end up being a horror story. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll be back presently, but not so soon as you'll think. Haven't you just left? With the next instalment. That's not it. No, it's not. Also, what? It's a novel-looking train. Yes. But it's not an attractive train. How dare you? Yeah, I know it's Art Deco, and that I like Art Deco, but I'll be honest with you, it's not the best looking... The Hiawatha's a better looking train. Ooh, what we are interested in, what's the interchange like? Okay, we've got 38 whole people waiting there, and here you've got 107. But you're still very much in the kind of first wave type of time. Yeah. How's this looking for profits? Well, it's fine. It's about to top up again. It's going to be great. Yeah, I still think 6 trains is too many. Yep, probably is. I've been Colonel Failure. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. So, in light of the fact that I built something that, arguably... Why am I covered in dust? My apologies. I'm not usually this scruffy. Look, ignore the dust, right? You might not even have noticed it. You might have gone, oh, maybe it's style. It's not. It's dust and grubby. Oh. Building stuff off camera. I'm going to do a bit more of that just to keep this ticking along, because everything's building towards a final kind of climactic playthrough where we ride a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of the other. So I'm hoping to get. I'm basically going to carry on up to the point that everything's about to break. And that will probably be when the patch is deployed. So all being well, I'll be wrapping up about then. And then when the patch is deployed, I'll start a brand new series with the patch. Maybe. I don't know. I'll wing it and see what I feel like doing at the time. But for now, I'm going to go and find a washing machine. Right? God, that's disappointing. Yeah, I'm disappointed.